YFM is back again. And today we want to go ahead and talk about Shannon Sharpe skipping work because an NFL player died on the field. Shannon Sharpe said, fuck going to work today. He did his old, like Black Panther, said, I ain't going to work. And this because of this. So if you don't know, if you're living on a motherfucking rock, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe host my favorite sports debate show called Undisputed.
The best. Nobody touches it.
Nobody touches it. If you like First Take and all that bullshit, that's perfectly fine. But I love that Shannon Sharpe is like Uncle Shannon, and he got, Club Shay Shay, and you got Skip Bayless, the old vet, crazy white dude that's always just saying whatever the fuck you want to say. He's a cowboy lover for life. So Skip Bayless tweeted this yesterday after Darman Hamlin was injured. His heart stopped. And a lot of people already know about this, but his heart stopped during a football game live on TV. I was watching it live. Skip Bayless, right after that happened, tweeted, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game. But how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is critical to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. Let me say that one more time. He said, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game. But how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is critical to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. What happened was, after that, is that people like Darrelle Revis, Revis Island, Des Bryant, Sauce Gardner, and others were furious, and they tweeted back at Skip Bayless that his actual tweet was insensitive. A couple minutes later, Skip went on to clarify. He said, I apologize for what was set out to do is to defend anyone who were going to try to do and pretty much show as we usually do on the show. But he'll admit up front, I still shook up by what happened last night to Darman Hamlin. He continued, in fact, I'm still wrecked. In fact, I'm not even sure I'm capable of doing the show today. But after barely sleeping on it, I decided to give it a try. Maybe I'll fail. Maybe we will fail, but we're going to try it again. But Shannon Sharpe did not show up. Now, when I watched this originally on YouTube, the clip on it, I thought that he was like scheduled not to come because, it's right after like the holidays. A lot of people observed the second or
Still
whatever.
Had a vacation or something. Yeah.
Right. But he was there yesterday. So maybe he was sick or something. But Shannon don't miss shows. Shannon ain't no type of work missing type of cat. But this shit made him miss. Now, before I go ahead and give it to my illustrious co-host, the big homie Wayne, I want to just say this really fast. A lot of stuff happens in this world. Sports figures, a lot of the prominent black sports figures, be it retired or, people that currently play the sport, they, when something like this happened, they fortunately enough to have the opportunity to not have to play sometimes, like they postpone that game. Or in Shannon's case, not go to work the next day because I think he felt so upset about that comment. I feel like the fact that happened to this young man and he died for 9 minutes on the football field after having a heart attack, or not a heart attack, but his heart stopped. Cardiac arrest is what they're calling it. I understand people having frustrations and being upset. And I understand all the backlash about that happening live on TV and how much damage that it could possibly do to the shield of the NFL network or NFL in general. But with that said, big homie Wayne, what do you think about this tweet? Do you think Shannon Sharpe should have left and not came to work?
No, man. This is what happens like when we have that huge change in society. And everybody just kind of follows along rather than, understanding or trying to see it from the other person's perspective. You know what I mean? Like, of course, Damar Hamlin, of course, we're all sad by what happened. Of course, we're all, upset and we're like surprised. Yeah, And even when I look back on the play, on the hit, it really didn't look like that big of a hit. But you never know. The body is the body. And all you need to do is like get hit one good place, and just like he did, and you just fall out. But with that being said, I didn't see anything wrong by what Bayless said. He actually, if anything, he was saying when I read it, what I get from it is that, you know, he was saying like this game was so important, like we're getting this close to the playoffs, and all of this just seems so irrelevant right now. The game doesn't matter. The playoffs
That's
don't
what he
matter.
said.
Like, you know, none of this matters anymore because of what happened to this guy, 24 years old. And I don't see how you can read that and think negatively. But the thing about that is, it's kind of like that the situation with God damn, I forgot his name just that quick, man. But it's kind of like that same situation where if you don't like Skip Bayless, that anything this man tweets is just gonna just get under your skin. You know what I mean? And I think that's what this is right now. Is like, you know, people read this and they just automatically thought that Skip was going to have something insensitive to say about it. He said something insensitive about somebody. There was I forget, was a basketball player whose brother had died, and he like took some time off or something like that. And I think Skip may have said something insensitive there as well. I just kind of feel it's just people who hate Skip that expect him to say something just garbage and trash, and they took this and did exactly that. He didn't say anything bad about it. If I were him, I would have just said, hey, I'm thinking the same way that you guys are thinking. All of this football stuff seems irrelevant right now. You know, how are y'all coming down on me? And then Shannon Sharp. I just think Shannon Sharp is still butthurt because Skip said that he thinks Brady was better than him. You know, and he didn't put up as much numbers as Brady did. And I think he's still really hurt about that. I still think, you know, he goes into work. I think he's still a little pissed off, but he goes into work because he's a professional. And I still think that he really does like and love Skip, and he loves the show. He understands the impact that their show have on the culture and on society, regardless if you hate Skip or love Shannon or whatever the case. But I still think he has his little feelings hurt about that, you know. And but him taking time off of work, you know, I'm never coming down on anybody taking time off of work. I'm a workaholic just like everybody else is. But, you know, if you want to take a day off, take a day off. But I think that this is one of those situations where he allowed himself to get hurt by what everyone else is saying, by what Twitter was saying and social media was saying. You know what I mean? And, you know, to the people listening to this, please understand. It's not a maturity thing. It's not an age thing. It's not a gender thing. This stuff gets into your head. If you have a social media account, if you have a Twitter, if you have an Instagram, you're being manipulated. It's okay. It's okay. Like, you're a human being just like the rest of us. Please don't think that you're so smart or so much smarter than everybody else. You're actually getting everybody's thoughts crammed into one. And that's a form of manipulation, and that's what's happening to us. You know, like, we post pictures online and swear to God, we don't care if they don't get any likes. But the only reason
I do, fuck that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, when we post the reel for our podcast, if motherfuckers don't like it, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck did I do wrong to make the algorithm not push it to more people. So fuck all that shit. But to me, it's more business and, like, you know, my art. But I need it. But it also is a dopamine release when you just check on a reel or you check on a short or whatever you want to call it, and that shit got like 1,800 views or some shit like that. Certainly when you want to come up like us, that shit, man, that shit make your dick hard. I don't give a fuck nobody
man. It makes you feel good, man. It really does make you feel special because people came along and just like hit you with that double tap or watched your video, man. That makes you feel special. And there's nothing in the world wrong with that. Nothing at all, right? So that's all I'm saying, man, is that we're all being manipulated by social media. Shannon Sharp was manipulated by it. I mean, don't get me wrong, because I kind of feel like, I saw it. I was watching it last night, too, as well. But I really feel as if the show should have went on. The show should have went on.
Wow.
I understand. Yeah. I understand that the dude is hurt. But I think it was what happened on Sunday. There was a QB who had got sacked.
Yeah,
and he was on the ground for a while.
I can explain a little bit more.
Please do, because the dude was doing he was doing an angel on the floor. Please do.
I got you the whole thing. So basically, what happened was that you had Thibodeau, I think is his last name. Tyron Thibodeau. He is a offensive linebacker / DN for the New York Giants. And he was playing for the Giants on defense, obviously. And the quarterback was actually Nick Foles. Yeah, that Nick Foles that used to play for Philadelphia. Now he plays for the Colts. And he's like the third string dude. Well, when Thibodeau hit him, he actually broke his ribs or like had a rib punctured, like a lung or something like that. But something happened to his ribs, and he was on the ground doing the swan because that's like his celebration. He was doing the swan, and he was right next to the quarterback, and the quarterback was screaming in agony, and he ain't stopped. And then the referee was like, "Yo, get moved because you're hitting this dude, and this dude is injured for real." So then after that, what happened that they didn't really show, but people caught it, was that when he went back to the sidelines, Thibodeau or whatever his name is, he was doing this. The sleep.
Yep.
He was saying this. He was doing the sleep. So he then came out afterwards, and like the media was asking him about it. He was like, "Oh man, I didn't know I hurt him that bad. I hope he feels better." And I was just celebrating, and it's hard to move when you celebrating and stuff like that. And the only thing I would say is the difference is, first of all, what he did was like excessive. Because let's just keep it $150. If you know anything about the NFL, that defensive player that got that sack has been a fucking disappointment. So he happy that he's even doing anything out there. And then he celebrated for like 15 seconds. Usually niggas do like a little backflip or a front kick or they do something, you know what I'm saying? And then they keep it the fuck moving, you know what I mean? But this nigga was doing this angel shit for like 100 hours. Like, come on, bro.
This seemed like a very long time, man.
Yeah, it was just like, and then you're going to come back and do another celebration. That's how you know that's how you know you yak. Like when you suck so much that you got to go extra mile, right? But to your point, Wayne, I think that the difference is that, did you watch it live?
I did not see it live. I saw it right after I had, because I was at work and we have like a big TV at work, and it was kind of
okay. So you saw it. So you saw like everything. Like the commercial kept breaking. Joe Buck was like, "Yeah, we'll be right back." So when he first, because me and Courtney was watching it, and bro, we had just got watching Bob and Abishola. We had watched the episode of Bob and Abishola. I don't know why we like that show, but that show's the shit. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's Nigerians, but none of them from Nigeria. They all from America, and they're using accents, but it's still a cool show, and it still represents real hard for the African people. Anywho, we watching it, right? We turned it on, watch a couple plays, and then we literally was watching it for like 3 minutes, no lie. And the next that play was that Higgins caught it, and Higgins was running, and I was like, God damn, man, Bengals gonna fuck him up tonight. And Higgins is like 6'5", big bull. And I see Hamlin, which I don't know that well. He was a 5th or 6th round 2021 draft pick. So this is like his second year. So he's been playing like every game, because the older people that play his positions, those safeties, they're older and they've been getting injured. So he's been playing a lot this year and been playing fairly well. And he hit him, and when he hit him, he got up. And then Higgins looked at him, and then he just dropped like he was dead. I said, baby, I told my wife, I said, baby, he dead. That man dead. Yeah. Because
that was the scariest fall. Oh, really?
I've seen people die. I've seen, when you see like, somebody's head get blown off. They just fall. It's Wayne. It's the craziest thing when you see somebody die, just like, boom. They just fall. There's no, when you fall, you try to hold yourself up or some shit. Even if you get knocked out, you still like, kind of like got body movement.
Right.
That nigga was dead. As soon as he dropped, I said, baby, that nigga dead, yo. And he was dead. He died. He died for 9 minutes. And I never seen an NFL game where everyone was crying.
Right.
Because they Higgins was like, as soon as he dropped, Higgins looked at him, was like, the fuck? So Higgins was like, yo, and then everybody was like, holy shit. So they got to him within like, they said that they got to that nigga in 10 seconds. From him dropping to people waving, it was 10 seconds because they practiced it. And they worked on him to bring him back to life for 9 minutes, bro. So what actually happened to him I ain't no doctor, y'all niggas know this. Per NFL officials and doctors that was there's like this part in your chest that if you hit it, it stops and your heart is pumping at the exact same time where you get a violent hit to that part. It stops your heart. It gives you an arrhythmia, and it stops your heart from pumping. Simple. It's kind of like it's a perfect place where you get hit, and it happens in hockey a lot when you get hit with a puck.
Okay.
A lot of people get hit with a puck and your heart is beating. So you go boom, boom, that, boom, which is like the blood taking everything out and then coming to bring it back on in. That's where he got hit, and that's what happened. And his heart did not pump again, and he fell dead that quick.
But that was so immediate, though. Now,
it's
like,
immediate.
This may sound
Wayne.
stupid. Like this may sound stupid, but it's like when say I know the heart stops suddenly, but don't you have like a? Well, I guess he did have.
And then you would think like you would have like a wave or something that you would have another, and that's how he stood. That was the standing up,
right? Okay,
but it's that quick because the brain needs that blood, the oxygen, because the oxygen is getting pumped, or the blood is getting pumped, which is creating the oxygen, and oxygen is going to your brain so you can move. And as soon as it happened, he probably had like one breath into him, and then it was instant. And from that point, he was dead. Basically, he wasn't brain dead, but he was dead,
right?
Clinically. So they brought him back to life, but it took 9 minutes. So that 9 minutes, I'm watching the whole joint. I turned it off because I was like, I can't watch this shit. This shit's gross. And he was gone, bro. Like, I thought he was gone. Because when the ambulance didn't move, I was like, oh, he's dead. Like, he's out of here. So the emotions and what really fucked it up, Wayne, was this. Joe Burrow, right? Was he starting to warm up? He started throwing balls again. Tears in his eyes.
Yeah. And
Stephon Diggs is screaming at the team like, yo, we got to go out here and still win. And niggas is looking at him like, nigga, we ain't playing this game. Yeah. So then the coaches came out and said, fuck this game. And they went to the locker rooms and niggas started getting ready to leave. That's when the NFL said this game ain't going on, because Roger Goodell called in, was like, yo, this game is postponed, period.
So, but it was only postponed because a bunch of football players was like 6'4",
this game.
6'5", 250, 350 pounds. It was just like, no, we can't do this anymore because this dude got hit too hard and y'all already working on him. So we have to stop.
My thing is this, Wayne. If you saw somebody, and we talked about this earlier, if you saw somebody die at your job.
Okay.
Like drop dead from a physical altercation.
So they were fighting at the job.
Because that's the only thing I can equate it to, right? A physical altercation. Yeah. Or they don't have to be physical. Let's say somebody was putting up a light or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Right on. And they dropped and they fell.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
And they died right in front of you. And this was your boy, which is Buffalo Bills. That's their teammate. So that's their boy. And he probably had some boys that play on the Bengals, but that was his team.
Yeah.
When you see that and the way that job, the NFL is so connected in terms of the players.
Right.
I could not continue to work that day. I would be like, yo, I got to get the fuck up out of this bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck what's going on. Like, if I'm making pizzas, if I'm on the phone, I'm like, yo, I just saw somebody die in front of me. The PTSD that shit gives you really fucks you up. Certainly when it's the same shit that you do every day, and then they expect you to go out there and still hit niggas. That's the reason why you see what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Does that make sense now?
Yeah, right on. Okay, I feel you.
Ain't like I'm going back on the phone and just like, hello, how are you today? Nah, nigga, I gotta go out there and hit another nigga, and this nigga, like, oh my god,
It make you want to play like two-hand touch now, man. Yeah,
it's like, nigga, I'm not touching nobody today. This is gonna be a fucking blowout because I'm not touching shit. So, if I was them, I'd be like, yeah. It's like, you remember when Kristaps Porzingis? No, that wasn't him. It was the other nigga, Gordon Hayward, when he snapped his leg for the Boston Celtics on the first play of him signing that new contract.
Yeah, poor guy.
His whole leg went the other way. Everybody was like, oh, shit. If you don't remember that game was like 72 to like 74. Like, niggas was not touching nothing. And it was a non-contact play. He ain't died. He was just screaming on the ground. So, that shit affects you, bro. So,
but they kept playing.
They did kept playing because he was just fucked up. He wasn't dead. This nigga was dead. Like, this nigga was dead, nigga. Like, he was
but they got him back to life, though.
After 9 minutes, nigga. That's a long time, Wayne.
I understand.
9 minutes is... you know he ain't gonna be the same. You know he ain't right. Like he's gone.
Yeah.
Like
lost a lot
he's
of
not.
I
mean, they say that we don't know. I asked Courtney about it. She's the closest person I know of a medical professional because she's studying the brain to be a speech pathologist, but she ain't no fucking special. You know what I'm saying? But I asked her, she was like, technically it's like 5 to 6 minutes, and you will have to be in perfect conditions. For example, your brain is frozen. So like, they got ice bags and shit on you. And when you get in like certain surgeries, they gotta, kill your ass just to get your surgeries, brain swelling and stuff like that. He ain't none of that. You know what I mean? Like, and they wasn't pumping on his chest. They was pumping on his chest and using the defibrillator joint skis. Right. So all of this, I don't give a fuck if he survives and he's normal, all of his chest is fucked up for life.
Yeah.
Like, you basically a fried chicken, nigga. Like, you got fucked up. So I feel where you coming from, Wayne. You like, nigga, if it, you know what I mean? Like, but it's just, it will be so hard to play that game. And now I'm so glad that the NFL postponed it. But back to the original point. Because Shannon Sharp did not play that game.
Right, that was the point.
So his ass should have been at work. But you're right, Wayne.
Absolutely.
I think you are
Absolutely
so right.
Should have been
he was so butthurt that he's going to use any excuse to not come to work. Because he's still mad at... And the problem is, Wayne, and you got to let me know what you think about this. Skip Bayless, unfortunately, is right. On the fact that Tom Brady has a better career.
But I mean, come on though. But I mean, come on. Like Tom Brady, he's a QB. Like, of course, he's going to have a better career. And he's just put to the side that he's one of the best QBs of all time.
He's the GOAT.
The best. Like, yes,
he's like the GOAT general.
If you want to put that to the side, he's still a QB. Like Shannon was wide receiver. He getting
Shannon was a tight end. He was a tight end, so he got extra fucked up because the tight ends got to protect. They got to pass block too. So they like an extra offensive lineman. So he had that plus catching balls.
Gotcha.
Pause. Okay. So
so you get, like you said, he getting double fucked up. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Brady getting fucked up too, but nowhere near as much. Nowhere. So you can't even like
compare
try to put those together. No.
But Shannon is in the Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady's going to be in the Hall of Fame, but Brady or Shannon's already there. He already got his jacket. He already got his bus. And he is one of the top 3 tight ends of all time. Skip shouldn't have did that just to win an argument. Like, I know, Wayne, that there's certain stuff you won't say to me to win an argument.
Yeah.
Because you know it's wrong and it's a low blow and it's taking it out of the podcast debate world. It's taking it more into like the street personal world. You know what I mean? And I know you wouldn't do that because you know that there's a line. Skip jumped that line.
Yeah. so let me give you my take on it real quick, man. This is
sir.
Like,
please.
This is kind of like that the Will and Chris slap.
Real, y'all.
You know what I mean? This is like the Will and Chris slap. You know, like it was cool when he smacked him. It was cool. It was funny, haha. But when he went back there, he started talking that shit. Then it became real, and everybody's against you. Like Skip could have said that jokingly. And then Shannon was like, Skip, come on now, Skip. And then you have Skip, like, he has to double down at that point. You know what I like? Sometimes you like, it's like coming out when you see, it's like when you're driving and you see somebody coming and you're about to pull out. You think to yourself, do I pull out? Do I have enough to pull out? Or should I just wait and let this person drive past me? You more than likely go pull out. Okay. Yeah. And you go slow that person down and fuck up their speed. It's the same thing going on in this situation here, man. It's like you're thinking to yourself, do I go all the way in on this? Or do I just say, okay, my bad? And he chose to go all the way in on it and fucked up. Yep. That's what I think happened with Skip. You know what I mean? So he did hurt Shannon's feelings a little bit. That was a stupid comparison. Like, you can't compare. That's so like apples to oranges. You know what I mean? But he just had to do the double down on it real quick. And I think, and the problem with that is when Shannon gets online, because we follow Shannon on YFM, you know, at YFM Pod on Twitter. And so, you know, he has a lot of people going to bat for him, a lot of the community, a lot of black people going to bat for him. So anytime Skip says or does something to him, it's always like, oh, you don't understand, like Shannon's, you know, he's black and he knows what he did or he knows what he said, or Skip is so this and Skip is low-key racist, and everybody just goes to bat for Shannon, right? But there's some instances where you could be on someone's side and not have to get so emotional about it. Like you don't have to put yourself into everybody else's situation. Everything doesn't always have to be, oh, I've been through this too. Let me explain it to you. You know, like just let that shit happen between those millionaires. You know, if Shannon wants to get his feelings hurt and everybody wants to have an opinion on it, cool. Don't get too emotional and bent out of shape about it. And that's what's going on, is that Shannon got bent out of shape about it. Other people who came on Shannon's back was like, oh, we're here for you, Uncle Shannon, Uncle Shay Shay, like, we're here for you. And then that you took on the emotions, the same emotion that he has. So now that he took this day off today, like everybody's like, yeah, go Shannon. But no, man, this is some emotional bullshit from Skip saying absolutely nothing but giving his condolences. It's just that niggas don't know how to read. Niggas don't know how to, you know, it's just like niggas, yo, for real, like, people, I say Shannon is still butthurt. Like, people are still butthurt with what, you know, Skip said to him. Because that's the only reason they're feeling this way and, you know, hyping up Shannon. I'm like, no, bro, take your ass to work. What he said is all of this shit, all of these games, all of these playoffs seem irrelevant right now because of what's happening to this guy right here. This young kid. He
and everybody still
away.
Went to work. Everyone still went to work. Like, every other sports show, everybody went to work. Colin Cowherd ass went to work.
Yep.
Rich Eisen and his whole crew went to work. You know what I mean? First Take niggas
Keyshawn,
went to work.
J. Will. I watched them this morning.
Yep.
You know.
They went to work. I don't know. Is Max back? Where the fuck is Max at?
I think Max is back. I was on and off. Yeah, I think he's back. Maybe. I don't know.
Bring his ass back. Max ass was supposed to be at work. Everybody else is at work. All the YouTube niggas that do this shit on the side was at work. But Shannon Sharp wasn't at work. And I'm trying to tell you.
And all you got to do is really talk about it.
It's going to this shit is, if they don't work this shit out, this shit gonna be over. It's gonna be over, bro. It's gonna be over. And I don't know, like, if there's gonna be is there another person out there that can do what Shannon Sharp does?
No,
for that show.
No, but there's nobody that can do what Skip does too. Like, all the thing that's gonna happen is, like, he's gonna take his podcast and go to Showtime with it.
I think Skip Bayless should go back to First Take.
I don't. I
love it. I would love it. I think that they wanted to. They was about to a couple years later last year before Skip signed his new contract, because he was going to go back. They were talking about it. Stephen A. Smith was like, "Yo, I need you back. You the only person I want." But it's the problem where this nigga don't want to leave L.A. and I respect it. He don't want to move back to New York. He old, nigga. Skip is like 74. It's cold. Ain't nobody trying to live in fucking cold ass New York. Why the fuck would I want to live there? It's freezing cold.
Yo, so, man.
I really believe that's what's about to happen. And I think that Shannon, they're going to get somebody else for Shannon. And me personally, I know this might sound crazy, but I would like for Max Kellerman to go and debate Shannon every day. Max Kellerman,
they're too alike. It'll be boring.
You think Max Kellerman and Shannon Sharp are alike? I think Max Kellerman is a little bit more analytically based, and he's very, very intelligent with his his words and his vocabulary. He's a smart man. And Shannon is more like, I'm a vet, I've been here, and he says more like parables from his grandmom and them. He's like literally a country nigga on TV. It's beautiful. So intellectual.
I mean, right, but they're still like the same thought process. Like those, like if something like this would happen,
like Brady, yeah.
You know, like if it's something like this happening, you won't have like that Skip that's going to be in here and be like, you know, like it's sometimes you have to make it entertaining, and sometimes, unfortunately, you got to play devil's advocate, you know, and sometimes people have to fall on that sword. And Skip is the person that's, you know, he's an old guy. What the fuck you going to do to me? I'll fall on that sword, whatever. But the thing is now is Shannon is just getting too butthurt and into his fucking feelings and staying online too damn much. And he doesn't realize it, and he's fucking up. And now he's just going to be with, like you say, Max Kellerman, or like I think he's going to just go to Showtime with his podcast and, like, outside of his football career, no, it's not the same thing. It's not the same. It's just not. Sorry. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, man.
Nah, I mean the one podcast that he had with Deion Sanders, I thought that was insanely dope. But it's not gonna be like that every time. It ain't that many nigga interview. To be quite honest, well, he gonna interview Liver King? Like, nah, nigga. Like,
right.
Niggas want to hear you talk about sports all the time, and he's very funny. So I hope that they can get over this shit. Shannon Sharp was the only nigga not to go to work. That's the only thing I got to say. Take your ass to work, bro. Like, I
Tell
want
them
to
to
work.
get that.
That shit
Yo,
hurt me
get
too.
over it, bro. Get over it, man. Seriously,
Sad,
like he
but
said,
everybody else
he
went to
said-
work.
And you would think like he said something about Shannon's mama or some shit. You know what I mean? This is weird, bro.
Yeah, like if his mom died or his grandmom died, you know, I'm pretty sure they both gone, but you know, rest in peace and all that. But like, if it was something disrespectful like that, then I don't know. I just feel like he said it's so irrelevant at this point. What the fuck is he? He was right. Everyone was thinking
Right.
like, damn, nigga, this game is it going to be like at 2 a.m. They're going to play this game or this game over? And now it's over, and they're never going to play this game again. We don't know how the NFL is doing this shit. We've never seen this before. This has never happened.
They should have let them finish the game. Straight up, bro. They should have let him finish the game.
I understand why they didn't. But like I said, I don't know if it's the NFL players that did it.
Unless another thing, too, it didn't happen right away, right?
Fuck no, bro. It took like 30 minutes before they made
Exactly.
the fucking
Damn near an
decision.
hour.
I'm trying to
They
tell you,
played.
niggas was warming up. Niggas was warming
Right.
up. Like, it's about to go down. And then everybody else is just like, yo. I think it was the coaches. And then Roger Goodell was like, yeah, I'm hearing. You know Roger Goodell, he ain't no idiot. He was hearing on Twitter and shit. And on the fucking people telling him like, yo, bro, like, if you come back and play this game, you're going to get destroyed. Because this was a worldwide event, bro. Like, I couldn't believe this morning when I woke up, because I ain't checked my phone after this shit. I went to sleep. I was like, all right, I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm, this fucked up. I hope he all right. I hope rest in peace. And I went to bed. The outcrying and the fucking outpour of support for this dude, man. Like, did you see that his charity got $4 million? The nigga had $2,500 yesterday. Now he has $4 million donated to kids. It was donated to kids at this shelter for toys. So them kids about to be fucking Jordans and Rolexes and everything, nigga.
Not the Rolex. Not Rolexes, dog.
Like, fuck them toys. Give them kids that money, nigga. Give that money to the parents. So, you know.
But where was everybody before all this happened?
I think that it takes events like this where we can come together. It
takes somebody to almost die.
Yes, nigga.
Bro,
it's sad, but it's the truth. I mean, look at 9/11.
That's horrible.
When 9/11 happened, it went from we hate niggas to we hate to we hate the Muslims, and everyone in this whole country was against the Muslims. So it takes fucked up events like D-Day. It takes events like that, like to get us together, and it's always some bad shit. It's never like everybody going in a good mood on Christmas. Nah, nigga, it's like everybody in a good mood when somebody like get blown up. Yeah, I mean, we need a bombing to bring people together. That's how the world is, bro. It's not just America. It's like that everywhere, my nigga. So, you know, if you want unity, man, blow some shit up. They didn't stop. The support for the civil rights movement didn't happen until Emmett Till, bro. So you could just let it rest on that. So I hope that answers your question. This is human nature, bro. Nigga gotta get murdered or hurt. You know what I'm saying?
For
Before
people to care.
really give a fuck. That's just straight up, bro. That's straight up. It's fucked up, but it's like that. So, you know, I hope this dude have a speedy recovery. Me personally, I hope he don't come back to football, even though this was a freak accident. Every time a nigga play, it's gonna be like,
right, yeah,
for years,
like
you know
kind
what
of
I'm
touch and
saying?
go.
Yeah,
and you said the right thing. Since it being a freak accident, they should have finished the game. But you know,
you agree with me earlier about the hit.
No, yeah, I agree with you about being afraid to, to give hits, to take hits. I feel it. But like, we pay you millions. Let's go. Let's finish this up.
Man, that's just done. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. The NFL gonna release some more shit, but they said they ain't gonna release no more stuff until after they have more information because he's still in critical condition. So it's a high chance that he's gonna die. He's in a medically induced coma. It's sad. It's messed up, bro. But I just also feel like, and this could probably be another discussion, but football is my favorite sport. So I have football, boxing, tennis, which is kind of weird, soccer when it's live, and baseball when it's live. I hate soccer on TV. It's boring. But live is the bomb.
When you're there, right. Mm-hmm.
Right. But is football just too dangerous for like a civilized society, man?
It's too dangerous for this era, for this day and age, for this, yeah, it is. 'Cause, I mean, that's the thing is that we still have like remnants of the past, because I'm 37, I'm not in, but we have like remnants of how things used to be now, almost like statues in the past, you know what I mean? And I think football is one of those things, and I do believe eventually that it's going to be done away with. I'm not saying the next 10 years or something like that, but I think it will be, just because of the people's sensitivities and because, the pain and hurt that it causes throughout the, life. So yeah,
Wayne,
man, I really think
what's that movie with the robot? He was boxing.
I think
Hugh Jackman was in it.
Real Steel.
First of all, I don't know how that didn't get a part 2, but maybe I was the only nigga that watched it 15 times.
Yeah, because I've never seen it. I never wanted to see it at all, bro.
That one was actually all right, nigga. First of all, so check it out. It ain't fucking. No, yeah,
it's a robot.
Godfather, nigga. It's a robot not like, versus other robots.
So it's you literally watching Rock'em Sock'em Robots, man.
Yeah, but that robot had a soul.
Got you.
That robot was fucked up, Wayne. And the nigga, the controller stopped working, and that robot, you could just tell in the face. It was just like boom, nigga, boom. It was a sparring robot that Hugh Jackman was a really bad father in this movie. He was cussing this nigga out, cussing his son out. He didn't even give a fuck about his son. He didn't even know his son existed. His mom just dropped him off. Yeah, so he didn't give a fuck. He was like a washed up boxer that had moved into like robot boxing. So anyway, just to hurry up and get to my point, they found the boxer in like the robot boxer in like a trash heap. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So watch the movie. It's a good movie. But I think that might be the future. Like dead ass. I know that sounds nuts.
What, robots playing football?
Yeah, nigga, on some real shit. Like robot control playing football. Because think about it. War is now mostly drone based. Mm-hmm. So what the fuck is the difference? We ain't sending no fighter pilots out there like that, nigga. So it's not, I would say in 50 years, motherfuckers love football, bro. Like football makes $17 billion every year.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest businesses in America is foosball. And this is the first time this has happened in 60 years. The last time this happened was Frank O'Hara. It was Frank O'Hara. He talked about it. Well, he didn't talk, not recently, but Frank O'Hara was playing, and the dude that he was playing against dropped dead right in front of him. And then we had another player a few years ago that died from heat exhaustion during training camp. But we ain't never seen no shit like this out. So when the playoffs start, nigga, ain't nobody gonna think about this shit. Like for real, I ain't trying to be ignorant.
Ain't nobody. Yeah, listen, everybody who retweeted Skip and said you're so inconsiderate and you have no soul.
Oh, come on, y'all.
They're not gonna give a fuck either. They're not gonna give a fuck either. No, man.
They're not. Come on, that's too much.
Going back to the robots though. I feel like it would be too easy to try to win a game. It would be more easy to
you think they're hacking the robots?
Bribe. Yeah. They could bribe. They could bribe the team.
Oil,
No. Wait. They could bribe the owners, and then the owners could just kind of like turn the screw to make them fuck up just a little bit or press a button.
They do that now.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. But I mean, it'll be more. It'll be like 100% when the robots do it. Whereas, like, you could still fuck around and make a touchdown when you weren't supposed to. You know what I mean? Yeah.
God,
so I don't know.
Throw that ball that good. Fuck.
I don't know if the robots is going to be a good idea. I think they're just going to do away with the sport in its entirety. Personally.
I was just joking.
And before we go, I know.
I think it's going to be done in general. Yeah,
but
this society's way
real
too
quick.
Scared.
I just want to say I'm just rereading Skip Bayless's tweet and. I cannot see how everybody just came down on him, bro. Like, you people are just so fucking sensitive for no reason. That's all it was. It's your sensitivities just Trump just came over your common fucking sense because you hate Skip Bayless. Like, one person said it's inconsiderate, and the other person said, yeah, that's right. And you didn't even read between the, like, read what it fucking says. I don't see how anybody can get anything. The dude said, would suddenly seem so irrelevant. Like, nothing else matters. I don't know how y'all got anything else out of this. Everybody's a fucking idiot. Look, man, I'm this close to becoming a power boy, man. I'm telling you, bro, because this is the shit that's pissing me off about the society nowadays.
What?
A proud boy.
Nigga, they get
this
locked
close.
up, nigga.
I know, bro, because it's pissing me off so much how like people want to be just so sensitive and want the whole world to just trust and believe in. Because now I'm really slowly and surely starting to get it, man. Like I'm so open about the change in the world and everybody becoming more open and allowing people to be themselves. I'm for that. But the rest of this shit is stupid, man. Like, this shit is goddamn dumb.
Remember this,
He said nothing wrong. Nothing.
Remember this. This is the only thing I want you to remember. And this is dead serious. Take this with you on this topic, but also anytime that you're on Twitter. When I learned this fact about Twitter, I was like, oh, this shit is bullshit. It's just literally for the business, for the podcast. That's all it's for. Mm-hmm. This is what I got to say. All right. Twitter only makes up 7% of the American population. That's here in America. That's not considering the bots that are pushing a certain agenda. And that's not considering how many people on there have mental health issues. So if 7% of the society actually uses Twitter, and it's probably less now, because this was from 2021, after Elon fucking took over, it's just been fucked up over there, right? So it's probably less people. So just because they're high profile people saying this stuff and other people might agree, it is such a small amount of the United States population, it cannot be considered our town hall. AKA, the other 93% of the people in America really don't give a fuck or don't have an opinion at all. Right. So it's just these insanely active people on both sides, liberals, the fucking right wing, and then everybody in the middle that's also nuts. They're the ones that sharing their opinions. And the reason why I said this is this, Wayne. Even though we have a podcast, let's be really, really real about this. Mm-hmm. If you are skewed by someone else's opinion on the internet that you never met, you might be, easily persuaded. Right. And that's exactly what I'm looking for when I start my cult. Go ahead.
I think that we're all being easily persuaded. I'm not saying that we take what everybody else is saying, just be like,
you just think people follow it. That's all. They just see one thing. They see that outrage. A bunch of likes is on it, so everybody else is going to tweet that outrage. That's what you're saying. And they're going to re-like the outrage. But you calling him insensitive, I think is stupid. And I feel like that the social media is a disease. Now, we use it, but we use it because we're trying to grow. Once we don't need that shit no more, I bet you we're going to be off that bitch. 100%. Because it's evil. It's a disease. So, look, man, I think we can go ahead and end it there. Shannon Sharp, get your punk ass back to work. You know what I'm saying? Take your ass back to work, bro.
Yeah, man. Stop with this sensitivity bullshit. My guy, you're a football player.
So big.
Bro, you took hits for a living, bro.
He'll beat everybody up. I know.
And you didn't get CTE, as far as we know. You still
maybe
one of the most intelligent men. Yeah, right. CTE emotionally or some shit.
Yeah, it fucks with all types of shit.
Yeah, this shit is dumb. I'm like, something dumb happens every week now, and I'm starting to get really upset, man.
You know what's funny? Really I'm waiting for dumb stuff to happen because I know it doesn't.
So we can talk about it.
That's exactly why. I don't give a fuck. Sorry, the world is shit. If I'm not causing no dumb problems, I don't see no problem with it. Only thing we can do is talk about it, give our opinion, and share the topics. That's all we can do, bro. Yep. So, Shannon, get your ass back to work, man. Nobody fucking nigga. I had to go to work today, and that nigga, I saw that nigga die too. So
right. We all got the same video, my guy.
Yeah, nigga, I ain't no excuse, nigga. So, all right, y'all. Peace. We love y'all. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the ding dong diddle. All of that. Bing boom bow. YFM Pod on Twitter. YFM Pod on Insta. And all of that shit for your mama and them. And big homie Wayne, let's say peace to the people, man.
Peace to y'all, man. Peace and love. Y'all have a great day, great morning, great night. Peace.
Yeah, niggas listen from everywhere, so appreciate it. And shout out to Bangladesh. I don't know why y'all playing us so much, but thank you. Leave a comment, nigga.
Yeah, hell yeah. Leave a comment, man. We appreciate
y'all my niggas too. Straight up. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank you.
Peace.